So whenever you're ready.
Dang. No warm up, no nothing.
No, whenever you're ready. I'm saying whatever you want to do, it's on you now.
But you asked me.
My job done.
What you mean?
I'm saying the camera set up and the audio set up. So my job done. I'm just answering the questions.
Why you wear your awards?
You didn't tell me to.
I don't have to. You get interviewed. Why you don't?
I don't think I'm carrying everywhere I go. I keep them at the studio.
No, but you getting interviewed today though.
Yeah, but just me not having an award, I mean I win. They know. Same ones as last year.
We'll talk about your awards first.
Okay.
What awards did you win?
At the SBAs, I won Podcast of the Year. I talk about that in my Thinking Out Loud, and I won that one there.
This ain't the Thinking Out Loud.
No, we just talking to us. I'm just telling you.
This ain't Thinking Out Loud.
So I won that one. You went and got the award from me. Thank you. Okay. And then at the IHAs, and that was my first one, the SBA. And this is the fourth year, you said?
It's fourth year.
This is the fourth year. So I had never won nothing until this year from the SBAs. And then on the IHA, I won most positive male influence.
You don't know
positive.
what the title is.
Yeah, most positive male influence. I won that last year too.
So it should just roll off your tongue.
Yeah, most positive male influence.
Okay, how you feel about it?
I like it. The SBA one was good because, like I said, I had never won nothing from there since it started. I really don't know how everything worked. I know I ask about it all the time, but it's kind of hard to realize how it worked. But I was happy to win.
So you nominate yourself in neither one?
No, I don't never participate in that because I really don't know how I go, but I have my own thing on the nominating thing. I ain't really with that. I just feel like the work you put in, like just like the voting, like people vote for you. That's the only process I think you should have a hand in. Like I feel like I should be able to say, y'all vote for me, and then that should be it, really. I don't know if I should really nominate myself. Because I also felt like that first year, I just say, I don't care, put it out, whatever. The first year that somebody won, the person that won had like 3 episodes. And I'm like, how is this even possible? Like just that. I think you look at like, you try to, credibility, you know what I'm saying? Because like, okay, then it makes you wonder what's all credible for the whole thing. But then you got people like you winning, Mike winning. I know y'all good in y'all field. So it's like, okay, I can't question it too much because people that really should win are winning. I'm like, why the one I'm in, it seems like it's not credible. But I'm also not a hater, so I just be like, I just go with it and I still support.
So do you have the same sentiments? Did you see Kiki live?
Definitely saw it.
You seen her live?
Yeah, I saw it, yeah.
So she was saying kind of much the same thing that you said.
No, she's not saying the same thing I'm saying. No.
In the beginning, she was
No, we're not saying the same thing. I like Kiki, but I agree with that, but I don't agree with how that is. But I don't know if you want to get that deep into it. You want to talk about you can. Okay, so my own thing with that is like, I don't like having those kind of constructive criticisms when you don't win something. I feel like that's the only time people talk.
Oh, she was in the category.
She ain't have no awards. I don't want to sound like I'm being funny. I'm being dead serious. It's one thing where like,
was she nominated? Because you were about to say this. It's when people start kind of like what you said about EJ. Like when he didn't win at first, he was. That's
another thing.
He was bitter,
and shout out to EJ, my homie, but he also didn't win. But I also see him on a lie. He was like, "Oh, I agree," and I don't like how people like. I don't like when people do that. Like when you don't win something, it's like you whine. I posted that a little while ago. That's why all that's coming. I'm like, damn. I feel like when people don't win, they start whining. I don't get it. Like, because if you win and everything is fine, then I want that same energy when you lose, or not saying lose if you don't win, because being nominated is you won already. I know people want to hear that, but the reality of it is being nominated, you won already. You won 3 years in a row. So if some reason, whatever reason, next year you wasn't to win, but somebody won, and they got some kind of rapport they get with you, they could still learn from that. And you can learn from that. You like, damn, she probably hungry than me, or he probably hungry than me, or this person did this. You can see and you can kind of, create your lane and do what you're doing. So you can still win regardless. You don't have to win the award to win. I think you lose when you start to do things like whine and because like why would we change the whole system from that one? You know what I'm saying? Because these people didn't say it any other time.
I think my issue with people talking about it afterwards is you could just simply probably like inbox the person or like talk to the person directly.
Yeah.
Like, because it's Christian, you want it to be implemented, right? You enjoy the show. You want to be part of the show, but there are some variables. It's kind of like with the SBA Awards. Like nobody was in the category with me this year. It was just me by myself. But I think they have, like, a lot of the fashion designers have the same sentiments outside of the first couple of years, people being in the fashion designer categories that was clothing brands as opposed to actual fashion designers. So I can see not having validity in it makes people not want to, participate. But I mean
yeah. But so I only say that. I only say that with that. I think the live thing is almost like because shout out to Jamie, shout out to Jazz, J. Paul. The thing with that is, I don't know if you ever thrown an event. I've tended to throw like little small stuff, and I don't like doing that. I feel like it's too much work. So I can only imagine throwing a big event. It's so much that go into that I feel like we do a disservice, and it's kind of like disrespectful a little bit in the sense to like just the next day or whenever say, I got a bright idea. We should do X, Y, Z. So we saying what all they should do and critiquing what was done when we had no hand in the process of the original thing being put together, which is a lot of work anyway. So it's easy for somebody to come in and say, oh no, that was bad, that was bad, that was bad. You should do this, you should do that, you should do that. But it's like, where was you at this whole process? Because
you don't think she had like some great takes, like, because you do get
I didn't watch the whole thing. I stopped watching it in the beginning.
I didn't watch the whole thing either. I only watched like the first 5 minutes of it for the most part. But just the first couple minutes or maybe 10 minutes that she was talking, she was saying like the host should practice to make sure that they get the name right. Now, I said something about that like a couple years ago. Just, it changes the momentum. Like, I always say this. This is the first year I went and got my award, like the first year, because I know that they're going to mess up my name. But it's embarrassing when you're winning something in your name. When I say it's butchered, like it's completely butchered.
We both got not bad names. We both got hard names. Is hard to pronounce. Well, not my fake name, but my real name. So I can agree with that. Yeah, but I think that's still minuscule.
I don't think it's worthy of a Facebook Live. Like, I feel like that's something. Hey, good show.
We all get money from Facebook, so I can understand it.
I can see that, but it's also tone and delivery. So if tone, delivery, if
she reached out to him first and say, hey, I'm about to do a live, but it ain't, then we don't know that. So that's why I don't know. But if that didn't happen, and I'm only saying it because, once again, you in this space now too. So behind the scenes, we know a lot of stuff that we probably shouldn't know for whatever reason. And I know that everybody they all used to get along per se, and I guess everybody don't get along like that no more now. So I don't know if you never know where it's coming from. If it's coming from like a real place of like pure constructive criticism, dislike, not saying envy, but just bitterness. You never know where it's coming from. But I also know on my live, when I went live about the SBA, when EJ won, and we was talking about it, I remember Lacey ended up saying something on a live, and she told me the next time, I told you this already, that, it wasn't about me or towards whatever he was saying, because once again, a lot of people talk so much, and and I'm sure you know that now because you just had this back and forth, but like, people talk so much, they didn't realize that they really like be talking out both sides of their mouth.
Right.
So on one end, he was saying, yeah, just hard work, just this, just that, just that. If it's that, then it gotta be that for everything. It can't be that just for, like I said, I never complained about not winning the first. I didn't nominate. Okay, the rules was nominate. I didn't follow the rules. There wasn't nothing. I can't be mad at the girl that won. I just felt like, damn, that was one of them things where we probably could have caught that. But at the same time, I never addressed that. I never said nothing about it. I told you like years later, but I never like made a status, never went live, never said, let's talk about this. How the hell? No, you won, congratulations.
But I think the hosts do ask for like constructive criticism, or what can it?
The host?
Well, I know. So Jamie does, which is the one that hosts the SBA Awards. She does like after the ceremony.
They don't give her no choice,
huh?
Oh, you mean like in the building?
No.
Oh, online.
No. So it's always before and it's always after. So she always asks for any suggestions of where we should host it at or anything to that nature. This is from whatever the group.
Oh yeah, okay. You gotta be in that page,
right? So whatever the winners were from the previous, because we are the ones that experienced. We experienced the full process, even going to get the award. So she always asks for like your opinion of where we should host it, what kind of food you guys want to eat, or what can she do to do better. So that may happen last year. Then this year after the award show, she did the same thing. Like, what can I do better? Should we host it at the same place? Change difference. I think I spoke with Tyrus and I was like, y'all gotta get my name right. Like it looks bad when you're on 173 times in a row and each time your name is butchered. It's crazy. And they was like, you know what? I ain't think about it, but I think I will.
Why don't you pronounce your name right now?
Why?
Because I'm asking you to.
No.
Okay. You can say no. I can't make you do nothing. Yeah.
I don't wanna
But I think that'd be a good thing. Like you saying, what can we do to help? Maybe people say their name more often, they would know how to pronounce it. Who else can pronounce it besides you?
Well, you know, the people.
The first time I met you, I'm not. The first time I met you, you were like, "Oh, it's fine. You just say Q." That's what you told me.
Right, I said that to everybody though.
So what you?
And it's on my Facebook page too. But that's what I'm saying. Like if you can't say the name and the resources that y'all are using are our social media, it says Shaquanta Callis and then Q.
Yeah, but
so we can.
But you should just say it. You say a lot of words. Don't you just say that one? What's gonna kill you saying that one word? You don't have no video saying, "Hey, I'm Shaquanta Callis." You should just say it. That's all. Did I get it right? Cause you just said it. See, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna be like, if you really just trying to help everybody out, then let's help everybody out, you know. But I don't know. All I know is, you know, the war shows is a good thing, I guess, you know, and we'll go from there. So,
do you feel like you deserve the awards that you won?
Yeah.
Both of them?
Yeah.
What makes you the most influential male in the city of Augusta?
Most influential. What was it? Most influential?
Was it influential?
Most positive.
It was the most positive influential male in Augusta.
If I'm being honest, I'm not trying to like be cocky, but if I'm being honest, like I feel like I pioneer a certain what's the word I'm looking for? Industry that everybody do out here now. And I feel like I not only was I the first one doing it, but I've been doing it since then. And normally I'm at the gateway to I want to do a podcast. So I feel like that's every day now. It's almost like pregnancy. Like, you know, baby's born every day. I feel like a podcast is born once a week. Definitely born once a week.
A podcast.
Go just type in podcast in your Facebook and just go to, and I guarantee you see a bunch of Augusta people. I guarantee. People always say, "Oh, I was up for my friends. We need to start a podcast." I'm just saying. That's influence though. Like people not doing it just to do it. Right, but, they wouldn't come to me if I wasn't the influence. And as I'm saying, they wouldn't come to me.
Okay,
they'll go to other
do
people.
You think that you're the most influential male simply because of podcasts?
That's one reason why. Yeah.
Okay, what other reason?
I'm a good dad. I take care of my kids.
Yeah.
That's a big reason.
That's a big reason.
Very big reason. You both should be proud of that because you be on people not taking. You be on men not taking care of their kids. So that should be enough for anybody, if you ask me.
That's very high. Very, very high.
And then just my attitude. I feel like I got a positive attitude. I joke a lot on Facebook. Don't get me wrong. I joke a lot, but if you really know me, I'm super positive attitude for like getting things done, just pushing forward. And I feel like that's how you should be. I don't be looking defeated or talking about defeat or, you know, it's always, all right, what's next? What can we do? How can we fix that? That's my attitude. I feel like that's positive alone. So, and that's just me genuinely. That's not me for the camera. That's just me 24/7. Those are 3 reasons. I ain't gonna give you. I probably can give you 20 if I wanted to, but I'm gonna give you 3. 3 is fine.
I mean, but what if I would have said give me more? Like, are you making my interview hard?
Nah, I'm actually making it easy. I'm
being
very fluid.
Are you dictating the interview how it's supposed to go?
Nah, I don't never do that.
Oh, you don't think so?
Nah.
You don't think you got interviews?
Do I think I what?
Guide them, steer them in a certain direction.
I got you. See, I get that for you. But I can see myself influencing an interview. Reason number 4.
What's reason number 4 again?
I can influence the interview. I influence in that. Like I just feel like, but I feel like once you start to know yourself and you know you had to move a certain way, you comfortable in a certain arena, you do that anyway. We talked about the other day. Like some people can come in the room and just. When I watch like the Breakfast Club sometimes, Kevin Hart going to the Breakfast Club, it's like he just run it. I mean, hard questions, so it don't matter. You can watch him just run the interview with his answers and just like what he choose to answer, how he answer it. He answer everything for the most part, but he's still gonna run it how you want to run it, and that come with like just years of being in media. I guess you just learn how to do it.
I think. Yeah. I think it comes with years of being in.
It's also
in
influence
for the most part. So I think a lot of people like how you carry yourself. You think so? That would play in a role.
I don't know what everybody think, but yeah.
I mean, if you voted most influential male in the city, that would.
Yeah, I had somebody tell me one thing that they was like, because whoever else was nominated, there was some positive people there too. I don't know. Like I'm not simply pushing positivity all year long, like to win an award. I think it's just about what you're doing and whatever you exude. So like, and that's just coming from like what you wear. So, or how you wear yourself, or your attitude and everything. So just how I move, I think that's why I win it. I don't think it's like I'm just that guy. I think anybody can win it because all the people I seen nominated for the most part was all positive people.
Right, but you got a certain energy that a certain type of energy that kind of like displays like you know exactly who you are. So because you know exactly who you are, has it like always been that way, or did you like grow into it? Because your energy sets this tone for the most part.
Yeah, I definitely say I grew into it. Younger me, like I said, I do podcasting now. Most people would tell you like this nigga didn't even talk to us when he was in school. Like I was cool. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't like I was cool, but I just wasn't like overly talk. That wasn't how I came up.
You wasn't social.
Not overly. Like, I feel like you knew like what you need to know. Like how we talking now, I would have been like, yes, or just like back then because I did. You're not brought up to talk.
Popular?
No, I was popular. I was cool. I didn't say yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah,
he was popular.
Yeah, but
so when you talk to like the girls, you wasn't talking to them.
You ain't got to do that.
Oh, you won't got to.
Now when you I'm popular, if they like you, they like you. You can say 5 words. Oh my God. It don't matter. You a girl, you know how that go. You playing games, but like seriously, like you don't have to say a lot of words.
Never.
You might ain't meet me. You should have met me in high school.
But that's what I'm saying. Okay, so what you did in high school that was different. That made them just automatically almost stars. You were the new kid on the block.
Here. Yeah, I wasn't from here.
You were the new kid on the block. That's
from
what
here.
it is. I can see
everywhere I went.
That's girls welcoming you in. Like you wasn't from here, so and
it was crazy,
in the city, we definitely welcome newcomers extremely well. So I can see that happen. So you seem real intentional about your time, like your family, all of that, like all of that. I guess you can say, where does it come from? Like you being intentional about like
my
how
family?
you move.
It's probably my upbringing. That's all. You see a lot of stuff. So, I think whatever you into, you gotta like. Okay, so probably no different than you where you grew up at. Like you grew up and you see a lot of stuff you ain't supposed to see at a young age. Mm-hmm. So I try to move correctly, especially if I got my kids or if I'm going somewhere where I know it might be whatever. Like I always think like even being on time, I try to sit there to watch whatever my surroundings before I go in a place, whatever. For me, I think it's like just being prepared. I think I've seen a lot of times people weren't prepared, and it don't end well. Or like for people like
if
that.
If you're not prepared,
yeah, you got to be prepared. Yeah, I think preparation is key to everything too. That's another thing. That's reason number 6. Why I'm positive. I feel like I'd be super prepared for everything. I'm always prepared. Try to be at least. If I'm not prepared, it's just on my own doing. But nobody can never say I didn't try to prepare for something. I think even trying to prepare for something is good than just not preparing at all.
Okay. If I was to ask someone close to you to describe you in like 3 words,
in 3 words,
think they would say.
Funny. Blunt.
You funny and blunt?
Yeah, but the opposite or something? It could be both. Funny, blunt, and caring. Yeah, I would say that. Why you laugh? I think they would say that. I'm a caring person. I know it doesn't seem like it sometimes, but I am a caring person though. I said blunt to not say mean because I'll be blunt sometimes, But yeah, I'm caring though.
Is blunt and mean in the same category for you?
It depends on what I'm saying to you. You know what I'm saying? Like it depends.
Have you been mean?
Yeah.
A lot. Are you more mean than blunt?
I'm not. I've been mean. I'm not a mean person. I've been mean, yes, but I'm not a mean person though. No, I don't think so.
So meanness doesn't define you for the most part.
Nah. It's like anything else. Like you get. It depends on what we like. The relationship we have and what we doing. Now, or who you ask. You said somebody close to me, so they probably wouldn't say that because I'm not mean to somebody I'm close with. Like my daughter wouldn't say I'm mean. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My mom, my brother, none of them gonna say I'm mean. No, they'll take, no, I'm lying. My sister would say I'm mean, but not to them. They would just say she say I'm the meanest sibling.
Okay.
Everybody think it's her because she's loud and talk a lot, but they say it's really me. I'm not me. I'm just like, it depends. Sometimes I could just not be approachable. It's not being me. I'm just like, you know how I just like I want to let somebody know like what it is, so you don't get confused, because I don't want you confused on what it is, you know. So it's like I'd rather you just sometimes standoffish. That come off as mean to some people. Like I might keep you at arm's length. Like damn, why you so cold? I don't like you.
I mean, you posted that somebody said teach them how to be non-approachable.
That was insane. That was insane.
So if somebody from the outside recognizes that you have this distinctness about you in regards, and they want you to teach them that trait, it gotta speak volumes. You don't think so?
Yes, but that once again, it's for how you carry yourself. That came from someone talking to them for a long period of time, and they were just like, damn, why didn't they talk to you? I didn't give off, talk to me. That was when I was giving off. I was giving off. I'm ready to go. We counting stuff all day, and I'm tired. I don't want to talk to nobody. Then I told the person, I said, hey, just make sure.
Is it on the face? Is this your facial expression?
Yeah, probably so.
Can you show the camera like the facial expression?
Nah, I'm in a good mood, so no. It's like, so it's a facial expression, but it's also like my demeanor and stuff. And if I get in a certain mood, anybody tell you like I'm pretty chill. I'm not like high all the time, but you know how they say your social battery die or whatever. Sometimes it's not my social battery, but it's like my niceness battery just die. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna smile, yeah, because I'm just ready to go now. Like and then I really can't control it. Like I be trying sometimes. I'll try, like if I'm around people I don't like, if I'm around somebody that I really want to say something to, but I just can't because maybe different relationships in the room. Like I'm just let it be. If I feel like somebody playing with me or trying me or whatever, then it's like my energy just changed. So like I'm blocking everybody in the room out. It's not just one person, but everybody probably gonna feel it. They might come to you and say, "Oh, what's up, Q?" I'm just like this the whole time, like I'm just ready to go.
So they won't speak to you.
They can speak. I'm gonna be like this. What's up? What's up? That's it. And it's nothing I could. I tried to change that, but I couldn't.
You said you tried.
I tried. Sometimes I be like in my mind, I'm saying, "Man, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it." Right? But it's like,
is it emotions?
No, hell no. Don't be nothing crazy. Just you start thinking your mind so much. Then sometimes you start thinking your mind so much. You're talking that I done zoned out from the room because I'm talking my mind, and I think I left my face the way it was, so it's even worse. You know. I think I get it from my pops though, because I remember when my brother had a game sometime in California when he played for Cal, and he went. My aunt was there, and this is a backstory though. When I was younger, my dad left when I was 7, and I remember my aunt staying with us when I was 7. Now, older me, I'm just piecing this together like last week. I just pieced together last week, and I remember he took a picture of me, my dad, my aunt, my brother. We had a game. My dad's face was like, I can't make it right now. Probably the face I just make it, honestly. And I think like, yo, Dad, why you not smiling? You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, damn. He didn't care. But I remember my aunt was there the day he left. She was living with us. And I was like, you know what? I wonder if they got an issue. Because, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know how that go. People in your business, ain't no telling what influence she had on him being kicked out or left. I don't know. So I was like, yo, I'm probably just like him. I don't let stuff go. Like, he probably just never let it go.
Stuff go?
Not if you play with me.
You a grudge holder?
Nah, it's not. I guess by definition, maybe if you want to say that, I don't know. I ain't saying the grudge. I ain't gonna think about it. I'm not thinking about it 24/7. That's a grudge to me. Like I'm thinking about it, and I'm consciously like putting you through whatever, or consciously like trying not to speak. It's not a try for me. I'm just not speaking to you. It's not a grudge. It's just ain't happening. I wish you the best, but what business we got now? And it depends on what happened. It depends. I'm a realist. If I did something and then you did something and we even, that's fine. It's like, okay, cool. Ain't no grudge.
Oh, ain't no grudge.
No.
So if you did something, they did something.
It's
break
even, yeah.
even. It's just
ain't no grudge. I don't feel like you got one up on me. I just feel like, all right, cool. Because then you can't hold a grudge either now. But if I ain't do nothing to you, it's not a grudge, but I ain't gonna rock with you. Yeah, that's it. Sometimes I don't want to get back. I take my presence away. I learned that my presence is very wanted in some areas, so I just take it away.
Know
That's
your
better.
value.
I ain't gonna say all that because I feel like you when you say that you put yourself in a category and I don't be in no categories. Well, how about you, man? I'm good on that. I'm straight.
All right. Then. So, what's something small, like real small, real simple, that brings you peace when the world feel heavy? When the world feel heavy,
Something small. Silence.
silence. Really,
Yes, definitely.
silence.
Silence. Yes. That's an amazing thing, man. They should sell that in the store somewhere. I'll buy that every day. I promise you I would.
Silence.
Yes. Or it should be like it should be like something you should just be able to fill up with. Like, you know, you can put 10 on pump 3. I should be going to let me get, 5. 5 what? I want silence. Silence moments. I like, because I think that's the best. Like, it's time you get to think. Like, it's time nobody bother. For me, I don't know how everybody else live. And you probably can relate to this because you do everything on your own for the most part. Your name always getting called. Somebody always needs you. Somebody always wants something. So even if you're going through something, it's like you going through this, but then you got to help this person do this person do that. You got to help pay that for that person. This person need help with that. You got your this. Like, it's so much going on that the silence is just like, it helps. At least even if 5 minutes, to me, I take
So
it.
you're about 5 minutes of silence.
I will buy 5 minutes in silence. Yes, but see, I'm the type of person. If I can buy 5 minutes, I'm buying an hour. So
About a whole 24 hours, honey.
A week.
A week.
Like I tell you, yeah. If I get paid too, oh yeah. Oh, I'm telling you right now, I might buy a whole month. But
whole month of
yeah,
silence?
just from everybody except my daughters, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't bother me, but
But everybody else bother you.
yes, for the most part, yeah.
So life be life. Right.
Yeah.
It really do. It really do. So I feel like
Get
a lot of
crazy.
people they see you, but they see like what you do, what you create, but not always your why. So what's your why favorite thing you do?
Everything just in the sense of what, like just podcasting
Your
or like
purpose, what's your why? Like you do a lot of stuff. Like
mean,
you do. You're a manager,
yeah.
podcaster, father, caretaker. You do a lot of stuff. But what's your why? Like
I mean, I ain't trying to be that person, but I mean, just I got 2 kids I got to take care of, bro. Like, I have to do these something I have to do. Even when you saying manager, like, I don't look at it that way. So I guess I back up. So now that you say it that way, I think it's just in me to do certain things. Like, I think in some things you just don't have it. So I don't look at it like the manager thing per se. I just feel like a leader. Like, I feel like you naturally just a leader. I'm naturally just a person that get things. I can curse, get stuff. Let me curse or no? I don't know.
you can curse.
All right, I naturally just get shit done. So like that's always my thing. Get it done. I naturally just progress. I naturally just lead. I naturally just like win. That's just a natural thing for me. So I don't think it's no like why. That's just how I'm wired.
Do you think
To do
it
those
comes
things.
off as cocky, arrogant?
People have said that. I ain't trying to step on my back. People have said that in the past. I guess sometimes it can be. I guess it could probably
Have you heard it a lot?
not a lot. Just from certain people.
What
One
do
was a Leo, so. But yeah,
What do you mean?
I'm just letting you know. One was a Leo.
What they mean though?
I don't know how to ask her when I see her again. What that meant.
Dang, I feel hit. Are you saying that's why I asked you that?
Nah, I don't know. I ain't saying all Leos think the same. I ain't gonna put you in that category. But I think it's good to know that was also a Leo. I don't know. I don't feel like I said nothing now. I feel if I say I was the best, I was this. I've lost too. I just mentioned winning, but you lose. I just learned my lessons though. I don't be crying about it. I never cried about nothing. Never whine. I just go.
So you talk a lot about fatherhood. Not necessarily about fatherhood, but being a father, right? No?
I do.
Why you looking out blank? Like,
I'm letting you do your thing, bro. Like,
but
all right, so I'm gonna start looking at you. Everything that's what I'm looking at you.
no,
now.
no, don't.
I'm looking at the
don't
lights.
look mean.
Oh, smile.
Yes,
Okay.
smile.
Say it again.
Smile. So you talk a lot about fatherhood. I do like that. I do.
Okay.
I'm one for the kids. But what's one thing that your kids has taught you that made you see the world differently?
Jesus Christ. Leading by example. To lead by example. They soak so much up of what you do, and you're not knowing that they watching you and stuff like that too. So, I think that's probably the main thing for me. Like making sure that how I move is it's good in their eyes. And the example I'm setting is something that they're either want to a man that's like that, or just to do the same thing, whether it's emulating something I'm doing. So even when I mentioned earlier, you said it, I know you're joking saying it was cocky, but that's a real thing. Like I do all this stuff because I want to be able to talk to my kids a certain way and say, you can do this. Like, you see how I did this? I was tired of, oh, you can do it. And I just feel like leading by example is probably the key to life, honestly. And with them, I try to do nothing around them that I feel like they gonna get older and be like, hey, when you did that, that was kind of, I ain't like that, Daddy. When you did that, I don't want them to have them kind of competition with me. I want them to see what I'm doing, even when I don't know they're watching. I want to move a certain way so that they can always know that they have respect for me and how I moved all through their lifestyle.
So people talk about like generational curses, kind of similar to you saying you don't want to pass down certain stuff. No, you don't want to nod your head or nothing to it.
I ain't no, cause I mean, what you mean pass down? Like I ain't. What you mean?
So, what's one thing that you? It don't necessarily have to be a generational curse. It's just one thing that you wouldn't pass down to your kids. Like you refuse, whether it's a trait, a mannerism, something you've seen, something you grew up, something that your family does that you just refuse to pass on to your kids.
I don't know. I it's hard to say that because sometimes you don't want to speak on things and then that be you. But I can answer it. I say that there's certain things that my parents did that I liked and that I didn't like. And so I would say for the didn't like, I don't want my kids to feel like they can't ask either parent. I want them to be just as comfortable asking their mom as they would ask me, and vice versa. And you being a mom, you might understand, I don't know. But you know how like your kids say, I want this, I want this, I want this.
But they
And
gonna
the mom be like, go
dad.
ask you that. Yeah, but my kids do it with me. I like that. Like I like that. They ask me before they ask their mom.
Oh.
I didn't grow up that way. My mom, instead of my mom saying no, she said, call your daddy. To me, that was no. I'm not calling him. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't that he wouldn't do it. He was cheap, but like, it just, that's a lot of pressure to ask my dad to buy something. You right here, mom.
What you
like,
mean?
because you
what
mom.
You mean is what you
mom.
mean is pressure?
You mom. Just do it. Once again, but it's how you move, because I'm pretty sure you experienced that because you're mom. I'm asking you, mom. I'm not asking this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
might be different reasons.
always be like,
might be different reasons, but still, I'm not asking.
Like, nah, never mind.
Even
Wait, what you mean?
Even
Never
if
mind.
the dad pay a child support and get him every other weekend, whatever that may look like. I don't know what that is, but whatever that looks like, a kid will still not feel comfortable doing. That's one thing I wanted to break. I want my kid to feel comfortable asking me for whatever. Like, their mom could say, "Oh, ask your dad," and they gonna ask. No hesitation. Oh, okay. So I like that. But like I said, a good thing though that I think my parents did is my mom definitely is just show emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like she always hugged me, kissed me, tell me she loved me, tell me I was handsome. So a lot of stuff I'm saying sometimes too is like I didn't have to grow up and be a teenager and be like, oh, I do look kind of nice, or a girl to have to tell me, oh, you look good, for me to feel like, yeah. I mean, kinda, yes, but at the same time, because it's your mom, you're like, mom, you just saying that. But I'm saying now that I look on it when I was younger, like, it was always spoken into me. Like, it was always pushed, like, yeah, you know, you handsome, you smart, you this. So it's some things that I do like. So I tell my daughter all the time they beautiful, how beautiful they are. I love them, I hug them, you know, kiss them, all that stuff. So that they don't have to look for that in wherever. If they like women or men, I don't know these days, but they ain't gotta look for that out there. They going outside knowing this is me. Society ain't gotta put no hat on them for them to think that, you know, they one way or whatever. So
Okay, that's good.
I try.
That's good.
I try.
They say my answers and shit be scripted and you write my script. So with that being
I don't know where that came from. I never seen the script, but like I said, I commend you for, you know, that commencement and everything that happened, you know. So I think that's also a thing that I feel like, see me, how I move, I will learn from that. Like I wouldn't even, because there's some people you can bother, some people you can't bother. I feel like somebody that ain't bothering you, you should leave them alone. Because you just never know. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't bothering you, or you poking, you know, I think, not to get into y'all thing, but I think the irony of that, I think he said something about poking a bear one time or something, but I definitely think that it seemed to be the opposite in hindsight. Now that I look at it, like, that he might have did the poking versus you. But also, I'm looking at it from the standpoint on I speak to you daily for the most part. I haven't spoken to that man in years, so I couldn't even tell you what his thought process was. So.
Yeah, posting that I woke up the bear is insane. But,
yeah, I don't know, man. I've been in some issues with podcasting and stuff, but I usually shut stuff down. So I don't. Normally, it don't take a lot for me. I just say one thing, or I have one little thing allowed. They usually settle everything because I'm kind of like you. I'm gonna get all my stuff together one time and I'm gonna go from there. But when you're not bothering nobody, even that's tough to do because like, damn, I didn't even think I would have to do this to you.
Right.
I didn't think that. I was waking up thinking this, so now I got to do it. All right, let me go into my notes now. What I got,
Let me go ahead.
I wasn't trying to do that,
archive.
but yeah. So
yeah, let me help you out. But yeah, I think my experience was it was interesting to say the least. One thing
it won't be the last time.
Tell me, huh?
It won't be the last time. Not with that. I'm saying in
with
general.
Him?
No, nah.
Oh, with somebody.
Just in general, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just happy. I think I'm more grateful that, like my grandma said, out of all the stuff that people talk about people and how they insult them or tear them down, all that other stuff, the only thing they can do is pull my pictures and talk about how I look. So that's something to be said. You ain't have no dirt to find on me. So that's definitely something to be said for the most part. But
I ain't watch it, so I don't know. But I know I'm going off what you're saying. I didn't watch it, but I say about the space. One thing I like about the space, at least for me, and just what we all should do is it's one thing to go live or use your content to go at people, whatever. I just feel like you gotta have some consistency, some kind of consistency somewhere.
Right.
So just as much as you put into combat, going back and forth, just put that same energy into your content.
Right.
And
create quality
then it ain't no problem for me. But when I see that, it made me think about a lot of things. Like, damn, the space kind of crazy. Which is why when you better saying like, should I have one? I feel like because I don't. Not saying because I partake in stuff. Don't get me wrong, I partake in it. I don't mind. I'll partake in it.
Definitely about to get into it.
But
definitely
at the same time, I do care 1,000 times more about the content than that. But that allows me to get into that because I know I put my all into that. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody start playing with me, I just put the black hoodie on and go from there. That's no problem. Lights, camera, action. Yeah. For me.
So there's something on your Facebook page that's always been like extremely intriguing to me. I don't think I watched the episode where you explained it, but I want you to explain it. So on like your name, it says poverty-stricken conspiracy.
I can't move it. I don't know.
What you mean?
Okay, I troll. I be trolling. What's the rapper name? TK Kravitz or something?
TK Kravitz?
I don't know.
Oh, he from Augusta. The one from
Augusta. But he was on DJ Vlad one time.
Oh, okay.
And he said he's from Augusta. And he's like, Augusta, Georgia, what is that? And he's like, oh, it's a poverty-stricken area, da-da-da. So, and everybody was kind of giving him flack for it. I was just in the joke. I don't know. So, I was just like, that's a good name. And at the time, I would change my name a lot. So I changed my name to poverty-stricken to be funny. But then Facebook was like, oh, you can't change it again. So I had to keep for a little while. And then I had the Bobby Boucher, so it would change that. But for some reason, it won't let me change that. That's like a middle name. It won't let me change it. I don't know why. It just won't. Maybe I probably could do it now. I have to go check and see. But that's how that came. So poverty-stricken just came from, it was just me trolling.
So there's no reason, no nothing behind it. That's part of it. And I'm so happy you talked about that.
It's just something he said in the interview.
Baby, you don't play when it comes down to trolling. Lord, you be trolling like it's your job. Why do you do that?
Kind of is a little bit.
No, it's not. You have a whole job, plus kids, plus a family, plus all kind of stuff. So why is it that you troll people so hard?
It's a couple reasons. One, it is lucrative, and you know it because you get paid from Facebook. So every now and then, it is funny to troll. To me, it's comedy.
No, your trolling is different. Your trolling
relax.
is
Come on, let's relax. Let's relax. Let's relax.
Your trolling is different. It's not the same. It's not the same. I feel like we should bring your thing closer so you can press like the buttons and stuff.
Nah, ain't no button to press right now.
That's so embarrassing.
What you mean? Like,
but you troll hard. Like you troll extremely hard.
It's just jokes. It's just funny. Like,
but why? Like, okay, but you the king of troll. Like that's how I almost blocked you.
They should nominate me for that. What I did?
What? I almost blocked you.
When was this?
What you mean?
Like I'm trying. I need to
Before
know
I
when you're.
understood like what you were doing. Like
What did I do though? I'm lost.
I'm like the queen of you irritating me. Let me
Okay,
just get
okay.
rid of you type thing.
But what I
So
said.
you're not saying anything. You're going against things that I post. So if I post something and you see 160 hearts,
Oh, that
you
way.
gonna
Okay.
go and put like a sad face or something.
I'll be sad.
That goes completely
sad.
But you don't. Not there's no way.
How you know I'm not sad?
Okay, but there's no way 160 people do the same reaction, and then here go you.
It's a million Jermaines in the world. It's only one. It's only one Jermaine like me. Now. Why can't I be the one that be sad? We gotta come on now. It's up here, baby. Come on. What we doing?
You troll people differently though.
The light thing is.
But you don't troll like both men and women the same way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, you
I
don't.
don't. But I also don't play with men. I don't play with men and women the same way either, though.
Okay, but you should. What you just said earlier, you should be the same across the board. Ain't that's what you said about?
I don't like men, so I'm sorry. Wrong guy.
We're just talking about trolling, though. We're not talking about liking men or anything. We're just talking about
I'm a troll different with you. I control different with women because I actually like women. Like I love women. So my troll with them is a little different. I don't care for men like that. So my troll with them might be a little different. It's gonna be. I might.
That statement because what happened yesterday?
No, what happened? The thing with.
Are you saying it like you put emphasis on I love women?
Oh hell no. I love them before that. I see. You mentioned script. I don't need nobody to tell me I love women. Like I love women since I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? I love women, love legs. I just like women body. I love it. Like all my life. Never been in question. But since even when I was young, my aunts always tell me, oh, when he get older, women gonna love him. Cause I like that. I've always been a toucher. I just like women. It's not
You was touching women when you were young?
I've always been a toucher, yes. And I'm not saying like, on some trying to grasp my vagina type thing, but I mean like just like your arms, your legs, your arm. I like to feel. I'm a feeling it. That's how I always been. You see my videos sometimes. You see my daughter be grabbing my ear. I always did that, but with women, like I always would do that. If I go left under them, I'm rubbing their leg, rubbing their arm, just always.
Is that like a form of affection?
I don't know what it is. I love women. I don't know. I can tell you, bro. I like touching women.
Just like touching women.
Yes.
But nothing else like that. Just women.
Food. Food. I love some food too.
Oh, some of your posts be wild. Like real wild.
Like what? Like what are we saying?
Just varies of different posts. I don't have like specifics of posts, but some of them just be wild.
Wild, funny, or like what you mean?
They can be wild, funny. They can be wild, serious. They can just be wild and far fetched. They can just be
far fetched. Give me a far fetched one.
I mean, but some of your posts when you be talking, they don't have like no specific names or nothing to it. Mm-hmm. Like, do you be talking about specific people
all the time, every day?
You like watching people argue?
Do I like doing it?
No, do you like watching people argue on social media?
You said, do I be watching people argue?
Do you like to watch people arguing on social media?
I mean, if it's dead, I won't say I like it. It's not like it's like I'm waking up to do it. But if two people want to go back and forth and I see it, then yeah, I will watch it.
Because that's kind of similar to what your posters be doing, like they're night conversations to where.
Not really. My post become. I be getting inspired by stuff I see and hear. Whether it's on Facebook or in real life, that's what it's all conversation I'm having on the phone, and I'll get inspired. Most of them be on the phone. When somebody says something like, "Damn, I might say something like that," but it don't. But it's always from a person. I will say that. So if somebody ever came up and said, "Is this about me?" I might get pissed off because it might not be about that person, but it could fit that person probably. But if the person that is about say that, then I'll tell them.
So if the person come, you gonna say yeah, it's about them?
I don't mind. Yeah. I do feel like this though. You say I troll. I really do feel like this. I'm not trying to say I'm untouchable, but like anybody go get into me, so I ain't worried about that. Like I can say what I want to say on Facebook. It's no consequences.
Is that a man thing?
No,
that's a you thing.
If it's a man, it could be a man thing. I don't know. You gotta ask a bunch of men, but for me, just me personally.
So you don't think nothing that you can say on social media?
There's no consequences.
That it wouldn't be no.
There's no consequences for nothing I'm gonna post on social media. No. Like what? Like me trolling somebody or? Cause I'm lost. When you say consequence, like, you mean just getting upset? If that's the consequence, then I guess yes. But
I mean, the consequence of somebody getting upset is what I did yesterday.
It's gonna end there though. See, I ain't gonna have to deal with none of that. But if I had to deal with something like that, I could deal with it. Not saying I'm trying to go at you, but I'm saying I can take whatever come my way. I never had a problem with that. But I'm saying somebody get upset, it's gonna stop there. If they know it's good for them to stop there, yeah, I think so. In my opinion, I mean, man or woman. But I don't get into like I don't think no consequences. I feel like even depending on how you say it, if it's just like talking or just word, whatever, that's one thing. Now, if you're saying like somebody getting upset and trying to like do like harm or something like that, I still don't think no consequences though. But
what's the funniest reaction you got on one of your posts?
Funniest
to you? Like you posted something, somebody posted something, like yeah, it's wild.
I think I posted something one time about like, you know, people acting like they was tough, and just a little joke thing. And somebody called me, was like, no, somebody wrote in a post, and he said, oh, you mean like such and such when this happened? And I was talking about that person about when it happened too. But we were so young at the time, I was like, damn, I remember that. Because the dude was talking so tough on Facebook. I'm like, it be blowing my mind. Not saying people can't grow up and be tough. I ain't saying that. It's just like,
you don't think people just
no, it's certain
like they got a level of confidence in them now.
Things, it's certain things that regardless what you get, it shouldn't happen. So if you wasn't tough this day and time, I don't want to see you being tough. And it's not, I'm not saying he was 9 or 10. I'm talking about I was 16, 17. I feel like you kind of grown at that point. I know you're not grown, but you grown enough to know whatever's going on and what you into, what
but
we're doing.
But I ain't confident yet.
They don't be outside. Should have been inside with your mom.
But I'm grown up now, so now I'm confident. Like
okay, maybe, and more power to you, because even though we all grew up, and some of us don't do that no more. So, and you still doing this. So I feel like you must be trying to make up for time you lost when you really should have been inside the house. All I'm saying is, I said, you know, I thought it was odd that, you know, this is going on now. And a dude commented like, you mean like when such and such ran on such and such, like, oh shit. I called him and said, yeah, that was the funniest one to me, because it's very rare where, you know, somebody's going to say exactly what I'm talking about, but I was talking about that particular person and incident when I made that post, and that was insane. So
do you ever post stuff to see who feel hit by it?
No.
Like no.
That's not a game to me. I don't know. Like that might be a woman thing. That ain't really a man thing to me. I've been posting too. I get upset. Not really. Nah. That screams woman to me. I've never done that before.
Has anybody ever hit you up mad thinking you was talking about them?
Hit me up, no. Now, if they ever felt that way, probably so, yes. But hit me up about it, no. What's there to say? I think you post about me?
They mad.
Why do I care? You mad for what? I worded it correctly? I don't know. Like,
that's what people be talking about.
Probably so. But I still feel, I'm like, what you mad for? And then what you telling me for? If you mad, get over it. Sleep on it. See if you're mad in the morning. Even then, don't message me. You know, just get over it. Sleep on it again. But yeah, I mean, it just be social media to me, man. But I also feel like that's a good indication of like this real life. People always talk about, oh, I'm this, I'm that, or they act like they was so whatever. Social media tell you all you need to know about that stuff like that. Because I don't be caring about none of that stuff on social media. It don't really bother me. Only thing I care about is somebody attaching my name to some drama. That's all I care about.
And they had nothing to do with you, ain't it?
But for one, they don't have nothing to do with me, or I feel like that person shouldn't be saying my name. Cause I also feel like
it can have something to do with you. They just shouldn't mention
depends on who you
your
are.
name.
Depends on who you are. Once again, it goes back to credibility. Like what's giving you credibility to say my name or tag me? I don't like that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
They gotta have credibility to tag you in something. Or
yeah, cause why would you tag me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you tag me?
Yeah, that's what people talking about.
Cause niggas don't never be tagging you. What you tagging me now for? You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. Like, nigga, you went 365 days 4 times without tagging me. My nigga, like, what's so interesting about today? Don't tag me. Like, it don't make sense. It'd be different if, like, somebody always tag me and stuff and some jokes. Or we have no tag history, bro. Like, what are you tagging me for? Tighten up. So.
In your opinion, what makes a man a man?
Taking care of business.
What do you mean?
Oh, boy.
You get
just,
comfortable.
yeah, I know, right? Because it's a lot. Nah, but just doing what you're supposed to be doing without being told to do so. You know, like if you got kids, taking care of your kids. I know I joke with that, say a lot, but take care of your kids for real.
Yeah, you say that once a week.
Priorities being in order, like that makes you a man.
What that mean?
Well, okay. If you're a club promoter, something like that, like don't be throwing parties every week in the city, and your kid need a birthday party, but you ain't doing no hand in that, or you're not helping the kid mom pay for that, or you're not promoting that, or you're not pushing that, or you're not helping that. Like you're promoting, you throw parties every week. You helping this club make money every week, but not for your kid's birthday. That's insane. Your priorities is something wrong. Not having your bills paid, but you going out of town. Yeah,
out of town.
Yeah, like whoa, what you doing? Might get back to nowhere to live. You know that, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's just stuff like that.
They can live with a female.
Well, I guess you did ask me about the man. I was like, who said a man? But I feel like even just, I think that's when I look at like even women, like that's not womanly. A lot of them are more men than some men. They take care of business. You know what I'm saying? They take care of niggas' kids and everything too. Like they making sure, stud of the year. Now I'm playing. But seriously, I do think that being a man it's about like your principles more rather than principles. I know everybody said that, but really having and believing in them. So
right.
It's not just
not having them, believing in them,
but exuding them,
living
like,
by them.
Exactly. Like, but your people, like you said, close to your child should be able to see that. You should be able to. Somebody should ask your child, "Hey, what's your daddy more about than principle?" They might know what the word is, but they should be able to say the same things you think you living. They should be able to say that. And taking care of business, my kids always say, "Oh, you take care of everything. We ain't got to worry about nothing." It's just certain things you'll do. And it's not just even with, as far as a man, it's not just about your kids, about your family, about your loved ones, about people that's close to you. Are you leading people the right way? You're saying you're a leader, but what are you leading people to?
No.
Because it's falling off the cliff every time they follow you. It's not, that's not really a man to me. So, but you just take care of business and then not whine like that. You complain too much, you're not a man to me. I'm sorry. You complain too much.
So if a man complains, what's too
not
much?
Supposed?
What's too much?
Honestly, too much is probably a little bit, but just daily, like always something.
I always got something. Never take
That's for women. That
there.
is no disrespect to women. That's just a women. Like that's
But
not.
do you see more men complaining or women complaining? If you had to be honest.
Don't ask me if I had to be honest. I've been honest the whole time.
Oh, okay.
If I had to be honest, it was crazy. Nah, it's still more women though, but it's too much men now. Too many men.
But that's just because you got majority women on your page.
I ain't did a count, but yeah, maybe so.
I mean, if you just open it
I
up.
pay attention.
I
pay attention.
I see a lot more men.
I pay attention to more women.
I see a lot more men only because like my page is like 60% men.
But you probably pay more attention to men too. I don't think you care about what a woman going through every day. It's not
because I can relate.
Just because you relate to them, you don't care. If I'm behind my bills and they behind their bills, I can relate, but I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm trying to pay mines. But if somebody might be dancing online, I might watch it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's giving my attention. So
what makes men? Simple. One word.
So what?
One word.
One word of what?
What makes a man?
What makes a man a man? You said one word?
One word.
Damn. Jesus Christ.
A sentence.
Okay, damn. Because one word is like I have to put words with words. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
What makes a man a man?
What makes a man a man? One sentence.
Well, okay. Taking care of business without being told to do so.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yes. Q approved.
Yes, that's a good one.
Q approved.
What's one lesson about manhood you had to learn the hard way?
Jesus Christ. One lesson about manhood I had to learn the hard way. Like, what you want, like young, or like?
It had to be impactful. Like you still remember it, like right now, like because you made that mistake in manhood, it has some type of forbearance. There's something now in your adulthood that either didn't go, like had you not learned that lesson, it would have made your life as an adult better.
Okay. And say the question one more time. I'm sorry.
What's one lesson about manhood you had to learn the hard way?
I had to learn the hard way. Jeez. Okay. Okay. For me, it was a hard way I had to learn, but just cherish the time that you got with people. I would say that cherish the time that you got with people, and I only say I learned the hard way because I think when I was younger, I always thought my dad just talked a lot. Like, he just be talking, this thing ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Not always, but I looked up to him, but it just was like he was just there. You know, so it's not like you really like thinking he never gonna be there. Not like now. I'm talking about when I was younger. And so when I was like 13, 14, when I can't remember, he had a situation, something happened, and so he went around for a little minute, and that was it was tough. I ain't seen him again till I was like 18. We spoke here and there. Yeah, we spoke here and there, but we didn't I didn't see him. So I was in 8th grade. No, I was in 9th grade the last time I saw him. And I ain't seen him again till I was finished with high school.
So you a boy. Like that's like I guess imperative years, like important years, the most important.
That's how I always looked at it. I always said like the hardest part of my life I had to do without having a dad that I normally all through my life I was able to say I could call. But I didn't do it when I was younger either. Mind you, I'm young, so but it made me like learn like use your resources now. Cause that was a resource I never used because
so you didn't reach out to him.
We had a relationship, but I'm saying I didn't just call him like, oh, this is a rough day, let me call my dad. Oh, let me call my dad. No.
Why do you think you felt like that? Like did you feel like you couldn't call, like how we was talking about earlier, like go to your mom because that's the person you see the most?
Nah. You know how like I said, how I said I'm blunt? I think my dad, I know my dad's the same way. And I think as a kid, I don't want you're not really wanting like truth all the time. You want to be coddled a little bit, hugged, and then So like my dad, he was so raw that sometimes it come up and he didn't care. He cared, but it come up and he don't care. Prime example, it's probably too much. I'm probably saying, but I feel like I have to tell a story in a story, but I ain't gonna do it. Something happened, a big deal in my life that changed everything in my life for me. And I remember calling my mom, and I'm calling her and telling her, and I kind of broke down a little bit because they finally like, damn, tell her mom, I'm trying to tell her what happened, She's concerned. She's like, oh my God, she just concerned, you know what I'm saying? My dad ended up calling, because my mom was calling my dad, she's at work. This is like, 2000, early 2000s. So he called, he said, yo, I heard something. I said, yeah. He was like, yeah, man, it's how it be sometimes. He's like, yeah, remember somebody tried to do something to me when I was, you just gotta hold your own, man. That's how it be sometimes. I'm like, yo, I ain't trying to hear this shit. Like, are you gonna give me a hug or what, nigga? Like, this is.
So you want the hug?
I feel like I did. I had a rough day. I had a rough day. That was one of the roughest days of my life, man. That was a rough day. So I'm like, and it's just night and day responses. And so I said to say like, naturally I just,
protect.
I remember somebody got jumped one time, and at first time I seen somebody really get like jump stomped out. Like, oh God, this was real bad. I got home. I was like, yo, Mom. I told her, because I had to call every day I get home from school, because I was home by myself. I called every day I get home. Mom, da. She's like, what? I said, yeah. And this is me before I ever like outside or whatever. Like, I'm like, yo, should I call the school and tell them what happened? Like, I felt so bad for the kid, right? And mom was like, no, because no. My dad called me. He's like, yo, what's going on? I said, nothing. He's like, I heard what happened. What happened? He's like, yeah, man, da. He's like, no, I don't care about that. Am I picking you up today? Like, he didn't give a fuck about the story at all. It just was like, I don't care about that, not that. Am I picking you up today? So they response should be different. Just like, one is like, it's going to be all right. And then the other one's just like,
protector, provider.
Man. And I think
handle business.
That's one thing you asked me earlier too. I kind of do like, I'm able to do both. I'm going to still do one, because I know how important that is, but I'm going to do both. Okay. My mom did one. My dad did the other one. I feel like
so you merge both of them together.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a hug and kiss him, but I'm also be like, hey, look, stop crying now. Tighten up, bro. Go wash your face and come back in 2 minutes, bro. No.
You curse at your kids?
Nah, not really.
No.
Nah.
You yell?
I ain't got to.
Are you considered the mean parent?
No, I'm the fun parent. Thank God.
You the fun.
I'm the fun parent, thank God. Yes. They mom is the boring parent, apparently. So I'm the fun parent. Yes. Mean. No, I'm not. I don't think I mean my youngest though. I think she know I can be mean because whenever she do something, it's like she I don't hit her and all that, but she like her demeanor when she finally see me or her demeanor, like she be wondering if I'm gonna say something, to her or something like that. But I ain't mean. I don't have to curse my kids out or none of that stuff. Not really.
Nothing.
I probably not saying we do, but I would probably curse with them before I curse at them. So I be trying to get them to say curse with them, they don't want to say it. So
They don't want to say
nah.
it. That's good. That's
For
good.
now, yeah.
That's good. That's real good.
My youngest would probably say it, but my oldest not. She ain't going for it.
She ain't going for it.
Younger, she might slip out. You sure? But my oldest,
Wait.
she ain't going for it.
Do you feel like black men have enough spaces to be vulnerable?
Enough spaces? Yeah.
They can be vulnerable anytime they feel like it.
Yeah. If they use their resources, I feel like black men or people in general, like we like to we want to feel like. I guess if you like women, you want to feel like it's only in black women. There's more places to be vulnerable than that. Like they feel like if it's not there, then I don't want it. But you got groups, you got resources, you got other black men you could talk to, you got therapy, you got, if it's done right, you got podcasts you can listen to. It's a bunch of things now. If you're into that, you got church. Whatever you in, it's all, you got a whole bunch, you got a plethora of things.
Safe spaces.
They just want to choose one.
They want one safe space.
Sometimes they want it to be the bed. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. They want to be in the bed with this particular person. And if that's not it, then they go crazy. So that's not the safe space. That's just sex. You know what I'm saying? So
as a father, what's one thing you're intentional about teaching your daughter about manhood?
About manhood? Mm-hmm. I really not. I don't know if I want to teach them about manhood per se, because I don't want them to have to deal with manhood. Like I don't want them to need a man per se, but I also know that in life, and if you live in that life where you like men and men like women, it's a woman is needed, a man is needed. You might not need him or need him per se, but it's needed. I think that's just how life goes. So I think for me, when I talk to them, even though like me and they are not together, I'll tell them things like about when we were together, or I'll tell them things about how things should be, or how it should go, or why maybe, me and their mom might be able to joke and laugh. But I explain to them why I'm doing that. And I tell them, like, I want y'all to, whether you're with the person you have kids with or not, whatever, I want y'all to have a good co-parenting relationship because it's important. That's why your mom don't have to be stressed out all the time. Like I tell them, my mom come home, she be stressed out. Like you never know what you're gonna get when you come home. You just never know, bro. And it's not us, but it's like I don't know. It's like a buildup. It starts from I can't get this for y'all or whatever. I ain't getting no help. I ain't getting help I want. Then you gotta work. Like I ain't never had to work before because she ain't work. When I was young, she ain't work. She ain't have to. He was there. She ain't work. Now she working. So extra stress on you. You gotta do certain things. So who taking off when stuff go bad? But I make sure I tell them that too. Like when they get sick, their mom take off. I don't be taking off. You know what I'm saying? Not that I wouldn't, but it's not even a question. She's like, yeah, I'm not gonna work tomorrow because such and such sick. All right. So if but I make sure they know like all this stuff, even though they kids, but I try to make sure they know like this is is happening. But and that's why when she asks for this or when she say this, that's why I'm willing to do it. It's not anything more than it's a partnership. But I want them to know that's what it's like because I also seen I know a lot of women that I feel like are spoiled because their dad was in their life. And I know men, I'm one of them, like that. You can tell when a woman has had a man in her life or her dad in her life, and you can tell when they didn't. Now, the downside of it is, yes, you should have your dad in life, technically speaking. But then sometimes, depending on the relationship you have with your dad, you're looking for your dad. I'm 25. Your dad had you when he was 34, life together, right? I'm not gonna be that man. When you was growing, you was 15, 14, he was 50, probably retired. Like, it's just certain things I can't even provide that he can. But I be giving them the real. I want them to know for real. Like, it's not even about that, I just want somebody that's going to take care of y'all. Like, for real. Not financially, but just like all things. I want them not to break your heart. I want them to not make you feel like you less than. I want them to, it's all of those things. I think I always say this, it was one guy, one father I met. from that girl I was talking to. And I remember he said something to me, and I thought this to me, and we still speak to this day, me and him. And it was one of the, to me, I took that, I wrote it down in my dad notebook. I was like, I gotta have that. He was like, the first day I met him, and then he was leaving. He was like, all right, man, take care of my daughter. It sounds small, but you get so many dads that be like trying to do the intimidation thing. Like, that's not gonna work with me, bro. I'm sorry. We might end up fighting here for real. That's number one. Not cause I don't play like that. Not trying to fight for real, but I'm just saying, like, you know, like, I'm a man too, so like, don't try to disrespect. I don't care if I'm talking to your daughter or not. Don't be trying to disrespect me, like.
Makes sense.
But the intimidation thing don't work. I don't like that. It didn't make me like. Now I might want to see what's up a little bit. I don't know, cause I feel like you be playing with me now, or you tell me you feel less than your daughter. Like, I don't like that. It's so many different factors that they try to, or tactically try to do. I had a guy tell me one time, "Hey man, don't put your hands on my daughter." I don't. I cheated. Now what? Now, I'm not saying it, but just like, and I'm not saying that's why I did it, but it's just like somebody saying, "Take care of my daughter," was like, damn, he covered all bases really quickly. That was
Quick and simple.
kind of impressive, yeah. But it wasn't no.
Was
rah,
it like
rah.
the tone?
Nah.
Was it the delivery?
Yeah, the tone. It felt like she's safe with you, bro. And I respected that, and I like, damn, that made me. It made me like even question, like, if I even thought of, I ain't gonna do that, you know? Nope. I told Daddy I wouldn't. Nope. And it's just like, I like that. So even that, so when I talk to my kids, I know I joke a lot about them not dating, but if they did, like, you know, I'm a cool dad for the most part, but I also like the caveat. I don't want to
Girls, I'm
make
gonna
them
say
feel
that
like,
for y'all. We're gonna replay that statement over and over again.
Oh, boy.
If y'all date.
I don't never want to like have them so scared that they think they can't talk to somebody.
Right.
You know, I want them,
Right.
you talking cool. I just want to make sure it's a good guy. I don't care how he look or what he I want to know. Like, I'm trying to test his character. Not even testing, like I said, intimidation. Just want to know, like, okay, he seems smart. Okay, cool. We'll go from there. That's how I want to have. So, but I don't want to teach my manhood because I don't want them to go through manhood. I want them to be a woman, you know, or be girls for as long as they can. But when they come and get into womanhood, I want them to learn that. I want, you know how like when you younger, you in school, or you could do dual, whatever. I don't want to do that. Like, learn one language. This language, you don't need to speak this language. Get you somebody that's gonna speak this language.
You don't think your girls need to learn about men? Like different mannerisms, different ways. Like, I get you only want to learn one language, but learning one language is considered you a green girl.
Well, when you ask me, so when I'm saying like, I'm talking about like, yeah, I get you saying for like learning how to speak to men. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like I said, I give them a rule. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing with them. Like I'm a
right.
if they come with a problem.
Great example in you, right?
Yeah.
They see a great example. So, but what if that great example looks good in the beginning, and then over time it turns something different? Because who you are, a lot of people imitate in the beginning. Right, This is who
That's
they
true.
are. This is who they show up as, and then once you hook, right, they know how to put you back into this state. Okay, that was just a mess up or a quick little incident or something. But I'm not that type of person. That was just a mistake. So but it really wasn't. It's character. It's who they are.
Yeah, I agree. I think for me, I just being real with them. That's the best thing you can do is be real. Like. And when I say be real, sometimes, like I said, I'm blunt. Sometimes it might be TMI. I'll tell my daughter, my oldest daughter, sometimes it might be TMI, but I'm gonna tell her the story. And it's not to paint myself in a bad light, a good light, whatever. It's just to give her the real. This is really what happened. This is really how this happened. This is really movie we watch. I'm super big on this. I'll pause it. I don't care. I'll pause it. Hey, what you think this mean when it happened? Why you think that happened right there? You know. And I'm gonna go ahead and say, "Wow, Dad, come on," but I think you learn through art too, so art imitate life. So it might not be me sitting them down talking to them about watching a certain movie with them, and we'll go from there. It might work this. So something small. It's not manhood per se, but something small. It might not mean nothing to nobody when I say this though. But we watched Juice one day, and I love Juice, but I kept pausing and telling her. So as we was talking, I was like, well, I'm trying to tell you something. When I tell you my life when I was younger, because I'm always on my life when I was younger with her. I said, do you see how quickly somebody can get into this? Because you watch that movie. They all good kids for the most part, like nothing. And then murder. You got all these charges, like it's just all this stuff in just 24 hours, just from a small plan. But just because you have friends who also got ulterior motives, so that's a manhood lesson, like the company you keep. When I watch Juice, I don't think about who got the juice, like how they were saying. I think about the company you keep or how quickly something can escalate based on who you're around, what you're around. Q should know that he should never let that DJ thing. He could have been a good DJ. Who knows? We never would know because he left and they committed a crime. And he thought it was gonna be something petty. End up being murdered. Then you murder your best friend. Now you running for your life. It's just so much stuff just from one small thing. He could have just said, "I don't want to go. I don't want to go." It's that simple.
But it be loyalty to the
what
to
though?
the friend.
The next scene show was no loyalty there. The leader got clipped off. They came to the man's wedding. He hugged his moms and stuff and said, "We gonna find out who did." You did it, nigga. What you mean? But that's how I be. And I grew up that way. So like, even seeing something, and I always tell her, like, seeing certain things you don't want to see. I've been there. You don't want to see that. It's nothing, you don't want to see it. So manhood to me is more so like options, like, I'm sorry, but choices you make. They're more than it's about like what you actually believe in. It's the choices you make. You make a choice, you got to stick to it. I made choices. I'm living them now. Every day, you know, it's a growing process. So.
Okay. What's one thing you think women misunderstand about men?
I'm gonna be quiet. No, I'm playing. Seriously though, but misunderstand about men. I think it's not necessarily misunderstanding, but I think sometimes women underestimate what a lot of men athletes go through at a young age. Vice versa too. But you asked me that question, I'm gonna answer that question. What some men go through at a young age. I think some men can carry some things well. And I think because a lot of people lie too, you naturally think, oh man, shut up, you just talking crazy. But it's a lot of stuff that you encounter as a young man trying to find yourself when you, even in your teenage years, because you got identity crisis, you trying to be this, you're not really like that. You might have seen some things trying to be that, you wasn't that. It's a lot of things I think men go through and they just kind of put in their pocket or put in the back burner and they never address. And then when they get older, sometimes they come back up and you trying to calm somebody down or trying to understand somebody when they've been blocking this memory out for 10 years.
Makes sense.
So long that they can't give you details.
Makes sense.
So I would say that I think men go through a lot of stuff that we just don't talk about. And I know for me, a lot of things I won't talk about because I don't feel like certain things should be talked about in front of women. I might tell my daughter some stuff because I feel like that's like my best person to tell this stuff to, because who's she gonna tell for one? But she need to know this stuff because somebody might need to know this stuff about me one day, and who better to ask than my daughter, right? But it's something I wouldn't speak of in front of a woman. I don't mind somebody saying, "Oh, you ain't never did this," or that's fine. You're a woman. I don't think we should talk about stuff like that. Certain things we shouldn't talk about. But I do feel like, you know, if you came up a certain way and around certain areas and you've seen a lot of things, some things they just don't never leave you. I don't care how much of rebrand you do, how much you do better for yourself, how much you change your attitude or the way you move, it still happen. And you still see it, you still think about it. So that's my thing. I just think that sometimes it's underestimated. The trauma is underestimated sometimes. That's all.
I can agree with that. I think I have a different perspective now that I have a son that I didn't have prior. But I mean, I had a son for 19 years now, but as he's gotten into his teenage years that I understand more, I always just tell people, like, my son ain't never got mad. Like, when I say I have never, ever seen my son mad in 19 years.
That's good.
Never. And I always just say something's wrong with that. Like, nothing pissed you off, nothing made you upset, nothing's frustrated you up until, and he's never done it to me. Like, even now, if he gets on punishment or something like that, he's not gonna slam no doors or act all crazy. He's just gonna take it and go with it. But he was at like football practice or something, and I don't know what happened at football practice, but he ended up throwing like his helmet down and all kind of stuff. Now, mind you, I never seen this side of him whatsoever. But either way it go, they was like, they kicked him off the team and whatever. He was like, he didn't say nothing. Like, but on the football field, he showed a different person that I ever seen. But he ain't bring it here. Like, he wasn't mad when he got home. Even when my son went through like all that stuff that kind of stopped him with football and stuff like that, he wasn't upset. He did show emotions like last year at the game when he couldn't play. Like, he got dressed out and he couldn't play. He cried. But outside of that, I had never seen him like upset, yelling at somebody, arguing with somebody, just expressing his emotions in a very conflicted way.
Yeah.
But I also used to wonder, like, nothing ain't pissed you off, nothing's made you upset. But then I thought about me, like, we just come, like, you gonna take your consequences like you're supposed to take your consequences. It don't require like all of that. Once you know what you did, so just eat the consequences. But that did concern me, and I don't even think a lot of grace that I give men now is because of my son.
You give men grace? Okay. You learn something every day.
Now.
I got you. You mean like yesterday?
Huh?
You started yesterday?
No. They didn't need no grace.
I won't talk about that, but okay.
And I'm not even talking about men in that particular realm, because how you come is how you get it. But I give a lot of men grace, like the whole Valentine's Day just passed. Who taught me how to be romantic? Like, my son literally was like, what am I supposed to get for Valentine's Day?
That's funny.
And that made me think about like the unrealistic expectations that women have with romance. When there was some woman or man that was supposed to teach them about romance or how to do it. And if you're never taught that, automatically we think like you're not romantic. Like you don't know how to do this and do that. My son has no clue. No clue.
Did you not ever get gifts on Valentine's Day? You didn't bring them home or something?
Yeah.
Relax. I'm talking about throughout his younger years. Like, did you bring them home? Because you were saying somebody should have showed you, but you didn't see that you got gifts and say, okay, I need to buy gifts.
But I guess it's also a representation of me too, because I'm not big on it. Like if you get a gift, you get a gift.
Yeah,
I don't. It didn't impact whether or not I was gonna treat that person a certain type of way if I didn't. I don't even really celebrate holidays. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. But if you get me something, I'm not against it.
Gotcha.
So that could be something too. But I am a romantic person. I'm just not a romantic person for a holiday. I'm a romantic person just in general.
Yeah.
But
Y'all show love all year.
Huh?
Y'all show love all year.
That's how I feel. Like I never wanted my kids to be trained for specific days.
No, I got you.
Like I just don't. But it could be a me thing. But I do give men grace, a lot of grace. Now, simply because my son, like a lot of stuff that we as women love, men like what? Like I was like, I asked my son if he wanted me to decorate his room. I was like, it's so plain and boring. And he was like, a room is a room.
You just sleeping. What the hell? Like, I'm asleep, wake up.
Like he changed barbershops, but the barbershop like went to another location and it's different in the. So I was like, hey, the barbershop look upgraded. It's like just a barbershop is a barbershop. Like,
they got clippers, they got lights, they got a mirror. Like, what we doing, Mom?
So yeah, and just as simple as he is, and again, not a bad parent. He ain't see no messed up nothing. He ain't never seen me get beat on nothing. It's just naturally he don't care.
Right.
Like, so you understand that now. Even with my brothers growing up with my brothers and stuff, like naturally, I mean, I ain't really think about that they wasn't romantic. But they wasn't either. Like, they wasn't either. But I feel like I give a lot of men grace now because, yeah, it could be far-fetched of what we're expecting from men, not knowing.
Yeah. But we go through I think just going through a lot. And like you said he spazzed out, but that could have been a buildup of a lot of things. And that's probably one of the times he got to unleash. You think about it, he don't get mad often.
Right.
So if you're going to get mad, that's the time you're going to let it out. And then also, I think men, we do different things to kind of cope with that. Regardless of what it is, we just do different things. And it could have been sports for him. Being in that field probably was his coping mechanism for anything he might have been going through, which is why he didn't get upset. So
that brings me to a good question, though.
Okay.
So how do you balance being a leader, a father, a businessman, and still taking care of yourself as a man?
Just do it. But if I had to, I mean, you gotta time management. Like I said, you just mentioned like being a father, being a leader. Just those two alone helped me with the business acumen, and then that also helped me with time management because I have to manage time. Like whether you're making a schedule, you planning out the day. If I could do that for a business, for my business, my podcast, I could do it for myself. You got to know when to give yourself time, like to focus on yourself. So that's how I do it. But I enjoy damn near everything I do so much that a lot of stuff don't be feeling like work sometimes. It's just like, it feel like it's me. Like when I first got into management, it was hard at first because it's so much of a mental thing. People think it's physical. Like people like to say, I should have got this job because I'm better at this than this person. Okay, you can drive the forklift, great. Congratulations. That's how I thought too. Like, I could do this. Nah, it's more than that. Can you deal with people? When this person and that person have an issue, how you resolve that? 'Cause that's your problem now. That's your problem. You got to deal with that. All right, sales are slow. What we gonna do about this payroll now? It's like everything is so mental. That and you learn it and you get, if you can get better and get good at it, I think it help you with life in general. So like it's so much in life that's mental as well. I got two daughters, right? One is a teenager. One is super, super young. So now I gotta make sure that I get things, right with the teenager so that when my youngest one get to that level, she won't be like, well, you did this with bro. I gotta know how to deal with people. And they women too, so I know they gonna see this. I know they gonna say something. It's just about learning how to deal with people, learning how to deal with time. So I know like now, I'll be with them all day because I knew it was possibility we were going to do this episode, so they can't be like, oh, we can't do this. Nah, I did all stuff the other day. I did my time. I woke up, went to movies, we did this, we did that. We out doing stuff. That's how you, and then their time is my time as well. Like I love being with my kids. I have them 5 to 6 days a week most of the time. So I get 2 days without them, but most times out of the 2 days I get without them, they can choose one of them days. They just normally choose to stay. So I'm like, all right, cool. We'll go from there. So for me, I think if you do everything at a high level that you partake in, and I'm sure you can agree with this, whether it's fashion design and whether it's social media stuff, it ain't hard to always do that stuff at a high level. And with that, what I'm saying with that is, so when it comes time to take care of myself, I can do that at a high level as well. And that's something small. If it's my background, I want to get a massage, I know where to go to get that. I know what to do that. I'm gonna do this on Saturday. But I'm planning ahead anyway because my thing is planning. I never not plan because you don't plan, you don't win. You know what I'm saying? You don't plan, everything messed up. So I know, okay, I'm off at 4 on Saturday. I'm gonna leave at 2 on Saturday. I'm gonna schedule this. I'm gonna do that. It's just planning. That's all. I think some people forget they sell because they chasing so much.
Right.
I try to do everything at a high level. I'm not saying I always excel, but I try to do everything at a high level so I'm not chasing so many things so that when it's time to worry about myself, I can worry about myself with no problem. So it's easier said than done though. I ain't saying it's hard. I ain't saying it's easy, but it's doable.
Okay, let's change tempo a little bit. Okay. You like R&B music?
I love R&B music.
A lot.
I love it.
A lot.
Yes, it's the best thing in the world.
The best thing in the world. I'm glad you said that. So, if your life had a soundtrack, what 3 R&B songs would you have on it?
A soundtrack. Yep. Wow.
If your life was a soundtrack.
3 R&B songs. A soundtrack. R&B, rhythm and blues. So something from the 90s, more than likely.
Something from the 90s.
Gotta be. Tell me if you want me to. That's definitely one of them.
Okay. No, by who? Hold on. You got to say by who? Tell me.
Groove Theory.
Okay.
Groove Theory. SWV, Yours My Mind. And the third would be Nice and Slow, Usher.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
That shit actually kind of fire now I think about it.
So everybody got one song that they feel deep every time they hear it. What's yours?
God, deep. What kind of deep? Like, where we going? You know what I mean?
You can pick one from each element.
Like, like if it's like love.
If it's love, if it's getting ready for work, if it's gospel, like everybody got one song that get them there. Like it don't matter. It can be a love song, but it brightens your mood. Oh,
okay, yeah, okay. So if it's just R&B, for me it's Denise Williams Free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Denise Williams Free. That get me through whatever. And Anita Baker.
Okay.
Anita Baker. I Apologize, probably my favorite one, but it's either I Apologize or No One in the World. One of the two.
Yeah, you did a poll of who
Yeah, I love Anita
What was
Baker though.
your
Yeah,
top five? Her top
yeah.
five
I
songs.
love Anita Baker. Yeah,
Love her.
I love her. Yeah. Yes.
All right, let's make this personal. What's one R&B song that describes exactly how you love?
One R&B song that describes exactly how I love. I'm trying to think of some men ones because I like women R&B, but men.
You don't
How I
gotta say, it don't have
love.
to be men. It can just be, you know.
Nah, I gotta be man.
It gotta be a man.
Yeah, definitely do. Jeez. Okay. I go with Tyrese lately. Yeah, Tyrese lately. I like that. Yeah, that's it right there.
If a woman really wanted to understand your heart, what's a song she should listen to?
Understand my heart. Uh, she should listen to Anita Baker. It's no one song.
Oh, the whole album.
The best of. But if I'm just giving you a few, I can throw songs right now. It's just I would say Body and Soul. I Apologize. No One in the World. Give Me the Best That I Got. And Fairy Tales. I just know off the back that's just you can't lose with those. You just can't lose. Like it just speaks volumes.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's see if
I
you
think so.
really like R&B.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you a scenario, and you got to pick the right R&B song that fits that moment.
All right.
And if it takes too long, you got to sing like a portion of the song, any part of it.
Whatever. All right. What's the first scenario?
All right. The first scenario is you met somebody who got you hooked immediately. What song you playing in your head?
Boot Up.
Boot Up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
LMA,
good.
definitely.
That's good. Y'all had a big argument, but you trying to make it up. What's the apology song?
I Apologize. Anita Baker.
You reminiscing about a past love. What you playing?
I Miss You.
You setting the mood for a real intimate night. What track you putting on the playlist?
Nice and Slow. Usher.
You realizing someone you love wasn't really for you. What song?
Say it again.
You realizing someone
Someone I really love.
wasn't for you. You only got love songs?
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Someone I love wasn't for me. Deuces. Is that an R&B song? I guess it.
That is.
Yeah.
What is it Chris Brown?
Yeah, it's Deuces. Yeah, they gotta go. Yeah, they gotta go. Oh, Boyz II Men, I'm doing just fine. That's what it is. Yeah.
Who?
Boyz II Men, doing just fine. That's really me for real. I'm not gonna lie. That's me for real. That's me for real.
Really?
I love Boyz II Men. Yeah, but we're doing just fine. That's my joint. Yeah, I'm gonna be fine without it. It's fine. I'll find it somewhere.
What's something about love that you understand now that you didn't when you was young?
It's hard.
Love is hard.
It's definitely hard. Yeah, it's hard.
Why you say it's hard?
Because everybody thinks peaches and cream is just hearts and hugs and kisses, but it's like it's hard because you gotta learn. Like you gotta learn people. You gotta learn yourself, relearn yourself, reprogram yourself. Try your best to reprogram somebody else. Like it's like you gotta be in sync. It's like hitting a lottery sometimes too, because you gotta. What's the chances of like you meet somebody, they meet you, y'all meet each other, and like you at where you at in life, they at where they at in life, and somehow, some way, y'all supposed to sync y'all lives together to be together forever. That's even just saying that sounds crazy. Like it's doable, but it's a lot of work because either you gotta give me the way you at, or I gotta come to where regardless. Like somebody gotta change something. So it's gonna be a lot of like interchanging parts. A lot of people gotta learn and change and grow and develop. So and then you gotta learn each other. Cause some stuff like you said, I'm not super forgiving. I might have to be forgiven in order to be with somebody forever. Like, I'm gonna have to forgive certain things. I don't want to do it. Yeah, and I mean, God forbid, like she got stuff together, I got my stuff together. who going to drop? Because like now we having a draw. Like, you better drop your ego. You better drop your ego. Like, you know what I'm saying? You be having this whole standoff.
You think so?
Yes, because it's easy to drop your ego when you're not the draw. Like, if you with the man who's going to take care of you, got everything set, a woman can drop the ego. Because you could lead, you already shown you could lead for one, and like, they trust that you're going to take care of them, whatever. So it's not hard to drop your ego. I think for me as a man, I think it'd be hard for me to drop. Even if I found somebody that was like on a topic again, like, damn, do I want to drop my ego for this? Like, do I want to like, because all your life you just doing. This is what you know. Now I got to take a step back and just the idea of not being the man is like, whoa. Not saying a man, but the man. You know, like you to go to, like, it might be tough for some people to do. So
compromising. Love is compromising.
It's definitely compromising. That's hard. It's hard to compromise.
Okay.
If it wasn't, you wouldn't need lawyers.
What's one thing a woman could do that would instantly make you feel safe with her?
Instantly make me feel safe.
Yeah, it may be like a cliche word, but
no. That's a good question. It'd be hard, but I guess just be honest.
You don't think women be honest?
I don't think people be honest in general. It's not just women, but
I'm just talking about your partner. Like once you like get into like a,
if they honest, I'm always be safe with them. If they honest, I'm always feel safe. But I would go a little further and say have integrity, because I would say maybe that more than honesty, because integrity falls under that, because not what you do when I'm seeing you, not what you do. Not like I trust you to you gonna cheat or something, but I mean like how you
represent yourself,
how you represent me when I'm not around. Like if I'm not in a room, are you a different person? Like that's important to me. I can't be somebody that like I can't trust, but I feel like they lack integrity. So if I gotta be around for your integrity to be intact, then you don't have it. But I feel safe knowing that like whether I'm there or not there, you're gonna be a certain way. Like nobody could tell me this you did this. I'll be shocked to hear you did that. I feel safe. I'll be shocked, and I'll be so shocked that somebody told me something bad about you. I might fight that person because they lying. That's when I say I mean that integrity. I want your integrity to be so intact that a motherfucker can't tell me nothing about you. I never believe it. Like it just can't happen. So bad that, you know how people like they online, they be like, oh man, let me tell you about Chick-fil-A. People like, no, stop.
Right.
No, you're not.
Right.
No. That's how I want my girl integrity to be.
Right.
Be like Chick-fil-A.
Right, because we don't play about Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, because I know you lying. Once you say Chick-fil-A, you lying.
You would never say anything about it.
And I gotta feel the same way about that. I'll feel safe then. I will feel safe. But you know, that might never happen, so.
What love language? What's your love language? And do you feel
English.
like people, you know it.
English.
What is your love language? And do you feel like people love you in the language in which you desire or need?
What's the languages? You gotta give them to me. You don't know?
No. I mean, I feel like a love language is whatever you consider is your language. Like they be talking about.
So just say any word. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That shit is corny. But it's a thing though, for real.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
because ways that it's not a love language. It's something that you expect for your partner to do without them knowing.
When you say no, it's not. What you saying?
What?
No, it's not.
You said it's a whole bunch of them.
No, I say it's corny, but I said it's a true thing. I said it's a true thing.
True thing.
I believe it. Like, I mean, touch is touch. But it's not like it's deeper than that, I guess. It's hard to say love language.
You wouldn't say your love language is music?
No, because that's not gonna stop me from being annoyed by you. You know.
But I don't think love languages stop like annoyance.
Yeah, you might be right. I don't know. I have to look into what the love language is gonna be. But I can tell you what I like for people, like for a person to be is, like I said, I think my love language is like you mentioned safe. I think that's I like that. Like if you be a safe space per se, I think that's enough for me, because that entails doing a lot of different stuff. Like you might have to build me up, let me build you up. You know what I'm saying? Because women possess some of the greatest things of all time. And I think even like anything I'm a part of, I'm a relationship in, I'm going to be the person in charge. But I think women allow that too. Like, make me like, sometimes you feel like you feel like you're in control of your relationship. You go out that door, you feel like you conquer the world, bro. You feel like you conquer the world. And that girl might just be like, okay, yes. Fuck out of here, you know. But they saying it because like they love you, you know what I'm saying? They know, I got to tell you this.
I think they really do believe, like, if you give off or exude confidence as a man in that way that you handle business and take care of business, that we wholeheartedly believe that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. You know them girls, they be like, they turn off their head, they turn off their mind when they with their man, like, they don't see what's going on, and that's to the nature. Now me, that's a little too dangerous for me. But
you've been doing all your life though, so it's hard. It's hard.
But I haven't. I have brothers. I've been around uncles. Like, I ain't never really had to like worry about my surroundings. Like, for years, I ain't used to like have my door locked for like years until crazy stuff like happened. And my brothers, like, that's how, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I just didn't. And my brothers and them like, what the hell? Like, y'all, the reason why. Like,
I think like you worry about so much in the world. I just feel like I want that one thing to be something I ain't got to worry about. So I think that's another thing. Worry free would be that's not like, just not have to worry about anything. Just you doing something crazy or integrity or trying to get over on me, playing me like this. I don't have to worry. I feel like that's one place I shouldn't have to worry about. If you could turn your brain, I should be able to turn mine off too. So
makes sense. Have you ever fumbled a good woman, and what happened?
Have I ever fumbled a good woman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What happened? I think me looking at it now, I would say that I wasn't versed in what some women go through after certain things, but pregnancy being one of them. And I think, look, in hindsight, it was partly selfishness, but it's really just more ignorance than anything. I think that's I don't want to say selfish, because I feel like the things I felt and my reasoning for not wanting to be there, or whatever, I think that was all intact. But I think my ignorance to the fact that somebody else can feel a way as well, and why they might feel this way, I think that kind of made me help or play the fact that me fumbling somebody. Because like saying you have a baby, I didn't know, I never heard of postpartum depression day in my life until I was older. I had my first kid at 21.
Yeah.
I ain't hear about that word until I was about 25, 26. I didn't know what that was. But even just when you study up on stuff and reading, like, damn, there's a possibility that, this, okay, let's just say, for instance, we weren't having sex. Well, she probably didn't feel pretty. Maybe I should tell her she was pretty. I don't know. Like, it's like, I'm thinking it's me. I'm like, damn, what's going on? Like, well, I know I gained some weight, but damn, I don't look good no more or something. So it's a lot of stuff. You thinking it's you, but it's not you. And I think I was ignorant to the fact that, that person could have been battling their own thing. So whereas I felt like, and it was all stuff going on. It was like, family stuff, people. But I think, like you said, I think me now, if I can go back in time and I'm good where I'm at now, don't get me wrong. But if I go back in time and I knew what I knew now, I don't think it would be that way. 'Cause I think I would be able to see the signs. I think that I would have took control of certain situations and be like, hey, we ain't doing this. That's not gonna happen. I would have been able to speak more and be like,
understanding.
Yeah, or like, hey, you know what? Hey, get dressed. We gonna go here, such and such. Or let's go take some pictures.
Let's go do
it's anything. Yeah, being more of a help. And sometimes I lived life would just pass me by. I wasn't always how I am now. Life would just pass me by. Like, I wasn't smart. I was always smart, but I wasn't like a go getter. Like, it just always came to me because I was smart. Like, it just fell in my lap most times. But having to be a go getter kind of helped me to do those things. And I think at that point, when I was younger, my mindset was just different. I felt disrespected in certain ways. But really it was somebody else. Two people was battling things that they didn't speak about.
That they didn't speak about to each other because
they was too young.
They didn't know how to articulate it.
Which is why you shouldn't have kids that young. Like,
you should not.
But
have
if you do,
be open.
I think it should be. I think it's not the world's problem to do so, but I do think the world or somebody, whoever, like during the 9 months, you should have classes on what's to come. Yeah, the baby's fine. Okay, yes,
but we need to have
classes. I didn't have none.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I feel like they should offer free class. I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's free.
It should be mandatory. It should be.
I feel like it should be mandatory to
'Cause I was,
participate in them classes.
For that kid, I was with them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what have made us, just be that distant. But I know that me looking back at it now, she probably was going through postpartum depression. And that, like I said, both were smart. Both was provident people. So you think about the postpartum depression as far as the kids is concerned, but also in just in school, and we always top of what we were doing. Now we struggling in college, and it's like it's not even us. You know what I'm saying? So we could be battling so much issue, not just relationship wise, not just life wise, but just like choices wise. Like, damn, did we make a right choice for doing this? Was this the right choice? Am I gonna graduate college? Like, am I gonna get a real job? Like, your whole life as you know it is changing, and you starting to like see when there's opportunity closing. It's depressing. So I think that's what it was more than anything. So
it's being more open to people. What's a misconception people have about how you love?
A misconception about people having how I love. That I always think I'm right.
That you always think you're right?
Yeah, I think I've heard that a lot. Like, and I don't know. I think I don't care. I never care to be right. That ain't what I care about. I just want to be heard. Like, it's not about whether I'm right or wrong. I want you to hear what I'm saying, because I can feel like you wrong. I feel like, oh, okay, you lost your keys. What you crying for? I can feel like that, but you tell me you lost your keys. I'm hearing you out. I feel like a lot of times I've met some good women. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of times I feel like you want to find you in a person sometimes. Like, damn, I just want to be heard and a hug. I'm not even telling you this for you to tell me anything. I know I'm wrong. I'm just trying to vent. You vent. You wrong with the job, but I can't tell you that, because then I'm a bad guy. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Why would you do that? I'm just asking questions. But when it's vice versa, I feel like you don't get the same. It's always like, it's like they want to just be right. I don't know. And I never cared about being right, but I have heard it before. Like, you're gonna be right, this, that, and third. I don't know. I don't be caring too much about that. Be wrong. What can we do?
So since you won this award of being the best male influencer in Augusta, Georgia, or in the CSRA, what's one thing you want people to remember about you?
One thing that I want people to remember about me, that I took care of my kids. That's the first thing. But in all seriousness, though, that
what if you have kids?
What?
What if you have kids? What would be one thing?
If I ain't have kids, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So I don't. But I will say that I was passionate about everything I was doing. Like, anything my name was attached to, passion was also attached to it as well from me. Like, anything my name attached to, I'm pretty passionate about. Anything. I don't think it's nothing. I'm not, which is why I get so worked up when my name is involved with something. Like, I'm not passionate about this, bro. I don't want to be involved in this. I don't care about this going. I don't care. Don't tag me in that. Like, don't say anything my name involved in, I'm passionate about. I can't think of nothing I'm not that my name is involved in. My job, business wise, podcasting, creating, the filming, fatherhood, being a troll. I'm passionate about trolling. Yeah, very passionate about trolling. Very, very passionate. I can't wait to get off here and troll for 45 minutes when I get on Facebook.
Oh, Lord. What's one piece of advice you would give your younger self?
One piece of advice I would give my younger self. Damn. I would say anything you think hard about that you hear, take heed to it. There's a lot of things I think I heard when I was younger. Like, people told me, and it would stick with me for some other reason. It would stick. And then I felt like later on in life, I'd be like, damn, I should listen to the person when they said that. I don't think I really thought it through everything he said. I think I was younger. Somebody told me, I was in Walmart. My neighbor now, matter of fact. He was like, he talked to me.
Your neighbor now?
Yeah, he's my neighbor now. He's my neighbor then, but I was living there by my grandma's.
Oh.
But I was living with my grandma. And he seen me in Walmart, and he always took a liking to me. He was like, hey, man, just be mindful. Like, don't get distracted by the women. Don't get distracted by women. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's what you say?
That's what he told me. Pretty much trying to tell me, like, just, you got your whole life ahead of you. Just, just focus. And I wish I would did that. I'm not saying I didn't focus, but I could have focused more. Like, me today, I'm so like strict with my life died or whatever. But like, if I don't get distracted by something I want to get distracted by. At 20, I wasn't like that. I wasn't.
You wasn't disciplined.
Not like I should. Nah, I wasn't. I can't. I wasn't. I would give up on anything. Like I wasn't.
For real?
I would give up on anything. It didn't matter to me. Like me today is not me yesterday. Like it didn't care. I didn't matter. I wasn't passionate about stuff. Like it just I was very just like blah for the most part.
Wow, what
Like,
woke you up though?
I mean, my little brother, of course, you know, him playing basketball and me wanting to set a good example. So I always set a good example for the most part. But I think as far as my go-getter mentality, I think with me having Brooke at first, just because I wanted to want her to be proud. But then as you grow, you start to learn and see the mistakes you made and the choices you made and how it impact a lot of how your life went. My like getting that relationship with my dad when he finally done with his situation. It's just certain things that I started to do. We talked on the phone more, so I'm learning stuff from him. Like I couldn't get when I was, like I said, during that high school time, I would just give up on anything. He probably would have told me don't give up. I don't know. We didn't get to speak. Then I had to be a dad. I'm young. He left when I was 7, so like it's so much you kind of give up of yourself.
Right.
Which is why when you ask me about like taking care of myself, it's easy to do now because I feel like for so long I didn't. I just was, as long as my brother was happy, my sister was happy, my mom was happy, I felt like I was good. I don't care what happened outside, whether you fight, whether you do this, whether you steal, rob, whatever. Like you do whatever you gotta do. As long as my mother, my brother, my sister was happy, I felt like I was okay. And I think for so long I was doing that. You know, like I said, you 7, 8 years old, I shouldn't have to have done this. I shouldn't have to have faced anything I was facing at 7 years old. Like I just can't imagine my daughter's 7 now. 8, I'm sorry. My oldest is 13. When she was 8, I can't imagine them facing any of the things I was facing during that time. They don't want to go to school by themselves right now. My daughter 13, she won't go to school by herself. I walk in school with myself, coming home with myself, coming home, the house is empty. Not saying nothing. I was older. I was the oldest, so
Right.
I wasn't in daycare. But I had a key. I'm this like stuff I'm doing as a 9, 10, 8-year-old. A lot of my some of them was, so it wasn't like it was an anomaly, but at the same time, me today, I know that's not what a kid that age should be doing.
Right.
It's not. I shouldn't have the hat in my jacket, but because things happen, you know, you gotta do that. So
You gotta do it. I tell people I've been taking care of people since I was 10 years old. I'm 37. That's crazy.
I feel like I should have 401k at 7.
Right.
I should have just sold my 401k. I should be working right now.
That's crazy.
I done worked enough in life, man.
Yeah, I don't want no more kids. Like start over. No, I'm good. I want to focus
For real.
on me. Just me. So we're gonna wrap this up. But before we wrap it up, we're gonna play a game called Quickie.
Quickie? Okay.
You're just gonna say what comes to your mind first. Okay?
All right.
All right. Text or FaceTime.
FaceTime.
Henny or tequila.
Wild cherry Pepsi. I don't drink.
Most used emoji. If you could only listen to one album for the rest of your life, what it would be?
Jesus Christ. One hour rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Give it a shot trying.
Favorite way to unwind after a long day.
Take a bath. Bubble bath. Hot bubble bath.
What's a random fact? What's a random fact about you that people wouldn't expect?
A random fact about me that people wouldn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
A random fact about me that people wouldn't expect.
Pass.
Yeah, I don't know.
Early bird or late night grinder?
Both.
You both?
Yes.
Favorite way to spend a lazy day?
In the bed.
One thing you never leave the house without?
My car keys.
Love at first sight, real or not?
Nah.
Are you jealous type?
Nah.
Toxic or peaceful love? Be honest.
Toxic.
Yep. What's the quickest way to lose your interest?
Stink.
What's
Seriously.
the biggest green flag? in a
The
woman?
biggest green flag? Honesty.
Describe your ideal date
My ideal date?
in less than 5 words.
I do not spend money. I can count to 5, damn it. The hell? Got you.
Cuddling or
Counting.
personal space?
Jesus. I do love the cuddle. I ain't gonna lie, but some people be ODing. Like, I don't know. It depends on the person because they might try to match it. Like, I'll cuddle, but don't talk. Don't be talking then. We can cuddle, but don't be talking. You gotta pick one. If you're gonna talk, I need my space. But if you're just gonna cuddle and be quiet, I'll do that. I'll do that.
If you could take a woman on a vacation right now, where are you going?
Right now, where we going? Destin, Florida.
If your love life had a theme song, what would it be?
My love life had a theme song. All that I can say.
One rapper you think is overrated?
Kendrick Lamar.
90s or 2000 R&B, who you rocking with?
90s.
You throwing a cookout, what's the favorite first song on the playlist?
Candy Rain.
Okay.
So for real.
Okay. One song that will always put you in a good mood.
One song open me in a good mood. My favorite song of all time, Nas, If I Were the World, featuring Lauryn Hill.
Who winning this versus, Usher or Chris Brown?
A long time with Usher, but Chris Brown been putting in work. I
He
don't
been putting in
know.
work.
He been going crazy.
He been putting in work.
But Usher. It's
Usher?
definitely Usher, yes.
Okay.
I love Chris Brown though, Jesus, but it's Usher though. I love Chris Brown.
Favorite R&B collab of all time?
My favorite R&B collab of all time, so a duet. Deborah Cox and RL, Can't Be Friends.
One guilty pleasure song you never admit to your homies.
One
Guilty pleasure song that you never admit to like your homeboys.
that I would never mention my homeboys. I don't have one.
You don't have one?
No, I'm telling you, I'm the R&B boy. They know. I don't care. I'm the R&B boy. I don't care.
If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Chicken. Still question. Chicken.
If you had a superpower, what would it be?
Make money.
Okay. What would you rather? No. Would you rather? I don't think I want to ask that. If you could have dinner with a historical figure, who would it be?
If I say that one time,
If you could have dinner with a historical figure, who would it be?
with a historical figure, I would go with Martin Luther King.
Yeah. What's one conspiracy theory you low-key believe in?
None.
None?
Nah.
You got 24 hours to spend $1 million. What's the first thing you buying?
A house.
Thanks. If they made a movie about your life, who would you want to play it?
About my life, want to play it? Probably somebody who right there with me. Probably Michael B. Jordan. I'm giving him too much credit. Yeah.
If you wake up tomorrow fluent in any language, what would it be?
Spanish, definitely.
You want to learn Spanish?
Mamacita, let's get it.
The one thing on your bucket list that you still gotta do.
Retire.
That's on your bucket
That's on my
list.
bucket list, man. I gotta get it. Let's get it.
Ooh, what's one thing that instantly pisses you off?
Talking too much. Breathing.
If you could live in any era, past or future, which one you picking?
Say it again. In any era?
Any era. Any era.
The 80s.
The 80s.
The 80s.
The 80s.
And I'm selling crack.
And you selling crack?
Yes, and I'm selling crack. 100%. Yes. My drive in the 80s, yes.
But you
selling
just
crack.
said you ain't have one early on. And you're young.
Yeah,
you
but
think it's
so
just,
not me now. You saying me when I what year, what age?
I mean, you just said
80s.
You had to get here, so you ain't got here to like the 90s.
Send me to the 80s. You said, oh, so you saying grow up in the era?
Nah.
Oh, I say right now, 80s. I'm telling you, put me on the corner right now.
What's the best piece of advice you ever got?
The best piece of advice I ever got.
Yep.
Patience is a virtue.
Patience is the virtue. What it mean to you?
I think you just get more by being like you'll get more life by being patient than doing stuff like spur of the moment or just doing stuff because you reacting to it, like you emotional. So I'm mad, so I'm gonna go live right now. I'm mad, so I'm gonna address this right now. Be patient, take a step back, assess the situation, and then see your next move. And it worked for me every time. So
Every time.
every
You
time.
consider yourself patient all your life.
I'm patient. I know people like to think I am, but I'm patient. Don't get me wrong, I'm an oxymoron for the most part because I'm patient, but I want you to hurry up.
Are you calculated?
When I need to be, yeah. Only when I need to be. Everything in life don't call for calculation, but when I need to be calculated, I'm super geeky. Yes. Yes. I'm a Texas Instrument. I need to be calculated.
9 to 5 entrepreneur.
9 to 5. Yeah. Yeah.
You like that episode?
I love it, yeah.
You do?
I like it, yeah.
Okay. Well, y'all, this is the end of our session today. I think you did a good job.
I think you did a good
job.
job.
To tell the people before we go?
Take care of your kids. That's all. As long as you do that, I don't care. Take care of your kids, man.
Take care of your kids.
That's a big thing. I know I joke a lot, but that's for real.
Like,
take care of your
Make sure y'all
kids.
take care of your kids.
If you got if the mom is the sole provider, whatever, if you want to know how can I do it, just make her job easy as possible. That's it. Or easier. And you go from there. That's all. If you make your kids' mom job easier, you good. If y'all live together, still take care of your kids. I don't know what be going on when people live together. But I still hear that it's like
I have no clue.
I hear it's no better.
So crazy to me.
But yeah, take care of your kids, man, and be passionate about everything you're doing.
Find somebody with integrity. That may help if you integrity, some type of value, some type of morals.
Even in business, I've learned that.
Child
in business, the first place. Just integrity, it take you a long way because the stuff you do and somebody watching it speaks volumes. Because just doing something because somebody watching, they put on a show. You're a good actor, a good actress, but to have integrity, I think we'll find that a lot of people lack integrity, and some of us lack integrity in situations. Be situational without integrity, but yeah, integrity is a big deal. That might be the word. In a few years, and people actually stop like riding waves, that'll be a word.
That's gonna be a word. It is. I do believe that. I believe that stuff is so flaky that's gonna be one solid foundation. Like if you don't have it, because you can't fake integrity. You can't fake integrity.
That's one thing that can't be faked, honestly. Because you see, you have it, you don't have it.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell people where to find you at.
Facebook, Bobby Boucher. YouTube, More Than a Masters Podcast. And Instagram, Great Maine.
Anything you want to let the people know before we go?
Nah, man. I'm good, man. Just take care of your kids.
Have a good night.
Don't be dropping stuff, man.
Shut up.
Rude.
That's what you put, that I'm rude.